When Anna told me she had a date, she said it the way someone mentions a dentist appointment, casual, emotionless routine. We'd been married 11 years. I was pouring coffee when she walked into the kitchen, scrolling through her phone like nothing in the world was about to shift. "I've got a date tonight," she said. For a moment I thought I misheard her. Maybe she said meeting. Or catch up. But then she looked up and her eyes dared me to react. "A date?" I asked, setting my mug down. "Yeah." She leaned against the island, too calm. "I think we should start being honest about what we want. Explore a little." I waited for a smirk. A joke. Some hint this was just her strange way of starting a conversation. But she had that hollow look she'd worn for months. The look of someone who'd already left emotionally. "Are we separating?" I asked. "I don't want things to get complicated," she said. "You've been distant. I've been lonely. Maybe this helps me figure out what I need." She said it like therapy, like sleeping with someone else was self-care. I didn't shout, didn't break the mug, didn't beg. I just nodded, feeling my body drift into autopilot. Shock numbs everything long before the anger finds a place to land. She left the house humming, and I stood there listening to the fridge hum back, breathing in the smell of coffee turning bitter. That night I didn't follow her, didn't text her. I just sat at my desk and started making lists, bills, accounts, passwords, joint assets. Years of life reduced to neat bullet points. The clarity was strangely peaceful. She came home after midnight, lipstick smudged, hair a mess. I didn't ask how it went. She noticed the papers on the table. "What's this?" "Everything you'll need if you decide to keep dating," I said. "Access codes, insurance info, half the savings account." I figured we're being honest about everything, right? Her face twitched, confusion first, then fear. She expected begging, pleading, bargaining, not preparation. "Lucas, this isn't what I meant." "No, Anna," I said, calm in a way that surprised even me. "You meant exactly this. You just didn't think I'd agree." For years I'd been the one trying. Planning weekends, cooking her favorite meals, leaving notes she barely read, carrying the weight of two people in love while she watched from a distance. Love can't survive when only one person still bothers to water it. "I just needed to feel something again," she whispered. "I hope you did," I said. "Because I felt everything tonight." She cried, but the sound didn't touch me. I think I'd already detached before she even walked out that morning. She went to bed. I stayed awake until dawn. No rage. No packing. Just slow breaths in the ruins of a decade. In the morning she woke to silence. My side of the closet empty. My car gone. I left a note on her pillow. "You wanted freedom. I won't stand in your way. But remember, destruction doesn't always come with noise. Sometimes it comes with peace." I drove to my brother's place 3 towns over. He looked up from the lawnmower, saw my face, and didn't ask anything. Just handed me a beer. That first sip tasted like air after drowning. 2 weeks passed before Anna called. Nothing at first, no text, no apologies, no guilt. But guilt takes its time. It arrives when the silence gets too loud. "Lucas," she said on the phone, voice small. "Can we talk?" "We're talking." I made a mistake." I stayed quiet. She filled the silence, desperate to reclaim something she'd thrown away. "It wasn't what I thought it would be. I don't know what I was thinking." "You were thinking I'd wait," I said. "That I'd still be holding the door open when you decided to come home." "I didn't cheat," she blurted. "It was just one dinner." I almost laughed. "You planned a date while still wearing your wedding ring. You just didn't cross the line far enough to ruin the image you have of yourself." She cried again, the same soft, helpless sobs that once broke me. But pain hardens into truth. That night she showed up at my brother's. Red eyes, tied hair, shaking voice. "Please just come home," she said. "We can fix this." I looked at her like a stranger wearing my wife's face. "Home isn't a place anymore, Anna. You burned it the moment you needed someone else to feel alive. You're really going to throw everything away over one mistake?" "You didn't make a mistake," I said. "You made a choice. You told me you had a date like it was normal. You looked me in the eye while dismantling our life. And the truth is, I believed you." She stepped closer, desperation replacing confidence. "Lucas, I can change. I don't want you to change, I said. I just want peace. And I finally have it. Something in her broke. She sank onto the steps, hands trembling. I didn't think you'd actually let me go, she whispered. That was the part that hurt the most. Not the betrayal, but the fact that she never believed I could walk away. She mistook kindness for weakness, loyalty for submission. I left her there and went inside. As the sun set, she finally drove off. The next morning, my brother handed me an envelope. She came early, he said. Inside was a letter, pages of apologies, memories, promises that no longer mattered. I folded it once and tucked it away. Some doors don't need slamming. They just need to stay closed. Months passed. I moved into a small apartment near work. Started running again. Cooking for one. Learning the quiet rhythm of being alone. It wasn't loneliness. It was healing. Sometimes she emailed. Updates about therapy, pleas for forgiveness, long paragraphs searching for absolution. I never replied. Forgiveness isn't about giving someone another chance. It's about freeing yourself from needing to. Last week, I ran into her at the grocery store. She looked older, not by years but by weight behind the eyes. Hi, Lucas, she said. Hey. I miss you, she whispered. I smiled, calm, genuine. I hope you find what you were looking for. And I walked away. No anger. No sadness. Just the peace of a man who no longer needs to be understood. She wanted fire that night. Chaos. A scene. Instead, I gave her silence. And in the end, that silence destroyed her far more than my anger ever could.